Looks like it is in. We're doing this one instead. I see. I sort of expected it would be only a matter of time before you return to the Republic. Your mind is made up then? Afraid so. I've made the guys over there take care of everything without me long enough. They call it an A-rank bracer's duty to his peers in society, I guess. Well, I suppose when you put it that way. I do wish you could stay here a little while longer, but if that is your decision, I'll respect it. So when are you planning on returning? Well, there's no point in lingering here any longer than I'd have to. So honestly, I was thinking about tomorrow. Think I could ask you to arrange a ticket to Calvert for me? Well, certainly. Are you not planning to go and visit Kalika first? I would have thought you would want to. That was part of the original plan, but she wouldn't have any of it. Surprise, surprise. Her stance was, if you're going to waste time coming to see me, use it to go back to Calvert. Very well. That doesn't sound like a position you'll be able to talk her out of. It was no big deal. I mean, it's not like we'll never see each other again. I suppose that's very true. Well, I'm not sure there's anything in Zumeria that could keep you two apart forever. It feels like that to me too sometimes. But regardless, I won't keep you any longer. That's a one-way ticket to Calvert for tomorrow, coming right up. Let me get that. I open it. I already opened my water. Great. I'm a fucking dumbass is what I am. This is the Grand Soul branch of the Bracer Guild? Yes. Yes, he's right here as we speak. Zin? Something up? It's from the ambassador at the Calvardian Embassy. She'd like to invite you to a hot springs trip. What? This place sure brings back memories. The atmosphere is relaxing. It certainly is. And he's still spending time with Kalika. Maybe because it feels so similar to our hometown. Still, Ambassador Crochet had me going for a while. When I first heard about this whole trip, I thought it was going to be the two of us out here. Oh my, you look almost disappointed that it isn't. I'd be happy to take my leave if I'm getting in the way of your dream date with her. I'm good, thanks. She's not someone I've ever seen as a potential partner. Besides, it's you she wants to talk to, not me. This meeting might as well not be happening if you're not here. It never takes much to put you on the defensive, does it? She's teasing him. Is it beyond you to just play along a little? You just can't help but mess with me, can you? With you in charge of the Zeiss Guild, I'm amazed it still has any bracers left. Correction, I can't help but mess with you. I don't do this with anyone else. Would you be happy if that were true? Hell no! Ah, you've arrived. Madam Ambassador, I've been waiting for you. Hey, Ambassador. Thank you for inviting us here today. Is something the matter, Zin? You seem oddly flustered. Me? I'm just fine. You're imagining things. Who can blame him, Ambassador? After all, he's a man on a hot springs trip with 2 beautiful women. That's hardly a recipe for a calm and composed mind. Knock it off. I suppose not. If I were a little younger, I doubt I would be able to keep my hands off him myself. Alright, that's enough joking around. We should get our dinner. Miss Mao is going to be making tonight's food herself. The serious discussion can wait until after that. That sounds fantastic. Likewise. So there's going to be a new intelligence agency set up in Calvert. Right. It'll be known as the Rocksmith Agency. As the name suggests, it's going to be an organization that answers directly to the president. Really? I see. I presume that it is so that Parliament can't have any influence over its operations. Correct. Perhaps this new agency's biggest advantage is that it's separate from all those issues and vices. The last thing we need is an organization like this suffering from Parliament's failures to make prompt decisions or general ineptitude. There are problems when the sitting president of a nation makes an agency that answers directly to the president. That can lead to conflicts of interest. Or being run in the same opaque and shady manner by a privileged crew. Phew. I mean, that's a good point. There are still problems with that. It does sound like a good idea, I'll admit. No, the fuck it doesn't sound like a good idea. We're never going to be able to compare to the Empire's intelligence division or Liberal's old one if Parliament is at all involved. Quite. It's already difficult enough to get anything done in the nation with such a lack of unity. I guess that's just the fate of countries that take in immigrants by the truckload. Though, honestly, I think the thing that surprises me most is that the president's actually being proactive for once. He's always struck me as a real conservative type. So this kind of thing I thought he'd go for. This isn't the kind of thing I thought he'd go for. So he's more of a traditions, values, and small government type. That said, given the state of the Republic right now, it's hardly surprising that he would choose to act this way. Outside the country, we've got the threat of the rapidly expanding empire, while within we have terrorists and extremists. And to make matters worse, we have the enigmatic society on the loose. Evidently, something has to be done, and I think he knows that better than anyone. In these times ahead of us, we're going to need to be able to respond flexibly to a variety of new and unforeseen threats. I think my introduction to the matter has gone on long enough. It's about time I get to the point. Yeah, you've got something you need to specifically talk to Kalika about. So what position in the agency are you here to offer me? I love your sharp mind, Kalika. Your instincts are, of course, dead on. We think your talents would make you perfectly suited to joining the agency and are eager for you to be a part of it. That's why you will be offered a position of division chief, should you decide to join. That's something President Rocksmith has proposed himself. Wow. What led to you being the one to bring this to Kalika anyway? A fair question, I suppose. Ordinarily, this would be a scout's work. But I've known the president on a personal level for a while now. So he took it upon himself to ask me to come to you personally. Makes sense. then what's his reasoning for wanting me? Surely you know without asking, or do you want to hear it said anyway? Naturally, your masterclass Taito skills are one reason for you being selected by the president. But above all, he wants you for your exceptional analytical and information handling abilities you've shown in your position in the guild. Those are just what the new agency is going to require if it is to succeed. Well, I can't say that this doesn't make any sense at all. I'm more dumbfounded that you'd up an attempt to steal a capable member of the guild right in front of an active bracer. That takes some nerve. Well, I do think rather highly of you. I thought you would be able to mediate without letting such trivial matters cloud your judgment. Still, what do you think, Kalika? I'm not asking for an answer immediately, but I would like to know what's going through your mind. Well, it's certainly an interesting proposal. At the same time, I'm not sure I have any reason to accept it. But you have no reason to refuse it either. Am I right? Well, it's rare that you find it difficult to make quick judgments, but with such a big decision to make, I can't very well fault you. I won't rush you. Take a night to think long and hard about it. So you could do so that I booked a room here tonight. I'll ask you for your answer again tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Of course. Oh, and one more thing before I depart. If you ask me, remaining in your position as a simple guild receptionist just isn't going to let you use your abilities to their fullest. Well, a pleasant night to you both. You're out rather fast. Have you finished in the bath already? Fast? Seriously? I was in there for an hour. Oh. Man, it's not often I see you looking this deep in thought. I suppose you don't. I feel like I'm one step away from making a decision, but just need one last push to take it. Right. Still, being here like this with you really takes me back. Hard to believe it's been 6 years now since Master Ryuga's passing. Sounds like you went on a hell of a journey between then and joining the guild. You could say that. Going on a journey makes it sound like something I did deliberately, though. In reality, it wasn't quite as organized as that. I simply drifted from place to place before ending up being drawn to the one point where I settled. Much in a way, a leaf that fell from a tree ends up floating down the river. Were you able to find that answer you mentioned? No, still haven't. Still, I'd feel as though I found a conclusion of sorts. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm cotton mouth. What is that supposed to mean? Say Zen? Why do you think I chose to take on a non-combat position like guild receptionist? Because you didn't want to follow the same path as idiots like me and Walter. I wouldn't follow us either if I were in your shoes. Not quite, though. I'm not going to deny that the two of you are idiots. Hey, that was the one part I did not want you to deny. I wanted to find out the meaning of the living fist ideology my father advocated. I still believe that being able to better oneself through combat while your opponent does the same is a good thing in itself. As a warrior, it's probably close to the ideal way. Still, I couldn't help but wonder why the ideology had to be based around the premise of fighting. I can certainly understand the significance of living and dying as a warrior. I can also understand how one who lived that way would have no regrets when the time to pass away came. Nothing has changed within me in that regard since the days we trained together. Yet with Father dead and Walter gone, I couldn't help but wonder whether there was a way to make use of the living fist without having to fight. That was when I started roaming the continent. As I roamed, I found myself face to face with countless conflicts and acts of violence, and I felt powerless every time. That was how I came to encounter Liberal's guild. They had arrived to quell one of those conflicts. Something about their ideology, putting the safety of civilians over all else, made me feel that perhaps working under them may give me my answer. So that was what led me to working at the guild. But even then, I wasn't able to run away from fighting completely. The nature of humanity means as long as we exist, conflict will never cease. Instead, what's important is not blindly preaching idealism, but preaching ideals while keeping a firm eye on the reality of how to quell conflict. Master Ryuga's words have never left me. Nor have they left me. But all the same, I've been looking away from reality all this time. You know full well that's not actually true. When he says reality, he's not saying fighting is the be-all, end-all of quelling conflict. That's not what I'm trying to say either. All these years, I haven't been trying to walk on my own 2 feet. Not at all. I've been just using trying to find a new way to live by my father's living fist ideology as an excuse to stand still. All the while, indulging myself in a comfortable environment the guild gave me. In that sense, I must be the biggest failure of Father's students. I might not agree with the path Walter took, but he, like you, has chosen his own path and started walking forward. You two have been facing up to the living fist ideal of Father and slowly reaching your own conclusions. In your own ways, you've been able to face up to reality, and I haven't. I've been standing still the whole time. That's the biggest load of crock I've ever heard. You've been walking forward just like we have. In what way? It's just that the path you've been walking has been one for others rather than yourself. That river you think you've been helplessly drifting through, you've actually been building a bridge so others can easily cross it behind you. When a road is hard, you soften the ground so your fellow guildmates have an easier trek. There's no shame in your way of the living fist. It's as true as mine and Walter's. Are you trying to comfort me? Sorry. What? Sorry for not having a way with words. Anyway, I'm trying to tell you this. As a person, you're way too strong and way too serious. And at times, it's like those two things just end up restricting you and stop you from seeing things you otherwise could. So try and relax a little, alright? Just a little. If you do, I'll bet you'll start seeing things you couldn't before. Zen? What is it? Would you be happy if I returned to Calvert? What brought that on? It doesn't matter, just answer the question. Okay. If I had to pick, I guess I'd rather you be back home. Why do you ask? No reason. I've decided that I'm going to accept the proposal. What? Just because of what I said? Don't misunderstand me. All I wanted was some kind of reason to bring this journey to an end, as well as a place to take me back, as well as a place to make better use of my skills. That was the best night's sleep I've ever had in some time. I hope you two have enjoyed your stay here as well. I know I did. I'm feeling very refreshed. refreshed enough to feel ready to take on a new position in a new environment. Then, I would like to accept your offer. However, I have one condition. Name it. While I am willing to join the President's new agency, I am not willing to stop living in the line of my own beliefs. As such, if I should end up feeling the slightest doubt about how the agency itself is being run, I will do everything in my power to correct it from inside using any means at my disposal. If he still wants my membership after hearing as much, please tell him that I accept his offer. That won't be a problem at all. I think he may well be encouraging you to take the reins. I believe he chose you, expecting you to fulfill that role should it be deemed necessary. After all, you have experience in the Guild, an organization which has managed to remain neutral and independent all this time. That's no mean feat. Mere feat. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Also, I'll need to get things ready for my successor, so I won't be able to return to Calvert for 2 or 3 months. As such, I won't be able to start work till then. That's understandable. I look forward to meeting you again in the Republic. Likewise. You said you'll need 2 or 3 months to get everything ready. I did. What of it? Well, while I'm guessing it's pretty busy over in Calvert right now, it doesn't sound as though there's anything so urgent I need you there now. So I was thinking, maybe I could stay here for the next few months while you get things sorted out before I head back. You can't be serious. There's no reason why you should stay around here in Liberl with me. Go back to Calvert. You don't have to be so cold, you know. It's me. Well, it's the truth. We'll end up spending enough time together whether we like it or not after I'm home. You don't need to go out of your way to make more now. Well, you win. There's no need to rush things. Zen? What are you standing there for? Oh, sorry. You could say that before starting to walk off on your own, though. That was kind of nice. Yin Yang. 4,000 Mira. Let's take a look at that quartz. Combines the effects of haze and heal. Ooh. That would probably be good on... Chloe. Is there anything up here? Just a pretty view. St. Croix Forest. That's good water. Oh wow, look at how pretty the trees are. They were still green when Estelle and I were here. It's a whole different forest now. It certainly is pretty, but don't you think it's odd? The leaves of Convarious trees don't usually turn orange like this. Most don't, but there are some varieties that lose their leaves in the fall for sure. I can't remember their names though. Reese would know better than me, but, well. I see. Don't mind me then. Actually, wait. The trees near the lodge are the same variety as these. Those were still green. Yeah. So your first guess might have been wrong, but there's definitely something off. We'd better be careful. Oh wow, I have an actual map for this one. Well, it's not a dungeon. Take a look at your crafts. 8-leaf blitz, sword wind slash, ball and leaves, petal dance, and whirlwind dance, as well as true piercing wave.
I'm invincible. Or am I?
I like how she interrupts herself. Supreme Composure. Celestial Bomb. Can't even sleep in peace.
That's that then. Let's move out.
I actually would like to explore this area a bit. What else can I talk about? HP 4. The chest is empty and it smells like old people. Looking forward to Rise of the Ronin in March. I might have to cover that. Looks interesting. I saw you and I'm ready to kill you, you furry motherfucker. Do the humane thing. Spay and neuter your local furries.
Alright, what's next?
I'm not apologizing. Curia Bomb. You know, I'm worth a hell of a lot more Septia than that lousy trinket you just took. Sludgy Cookie. That sounds gross. The aromatic hickory lining of this chest permeated the sludgy cookies with a mouth-watering flavor. I'm gonna have to get the remake of Thousand Year Door when it comes out. I've never played the original. I didn't have a GameCube growing up. I was a PlayStation kid.
They messed with the wrong guy.
So, missed out on a lot of Nintendo games. Treasure! A cavalry cross. You found a plank of wood, but it seems to be nailed down. Can Annalise equip that, or... Yeah, I didn't think so. She uses... Oh my God, have mercy. She's eating ice cream. That is adorable. A military katana, ideal for close-range combat. That sword she has in their scabbard is not a katana hilt. Although I suppose they could have changed out the handguard. Shadowversity did that, put a proper crossguard on a katana, and it was pretty effective. I mean, Shadowversity's a fun channel, even if he is a bit of the fun police sometimes, such as with his hatred of nunchucks for some reason.
They messed with the wrong...
I think that skill I got earlier I missed was Supreme Flicker. I want to go back, because I think... Oh, for fuck's sake. I think that one path across the river leads to treasure! Can't really get a good look at her sword from that angle.
We're not done yet.
I'll have to take a look at that in the next angle. I don't think she's using a katana. Of course, I guess it's possible they're just reusing sprites. It is a single-edged sword, judging by the shape. Could be a modified katana, but no, that doesn't really have a curve to it. I forget the type of sword a single-edged sword that's only got that's a straight shaft. I have one similar to it, it's not very good. I It's a pop metal piece of shit.
They messed with the wrong guy.
I was right. Oh, it's a door. Moon door. Bring to me the girl who shines like the sun, and may the boy who cherishes that light be at her side. Only then shall the door open. I know who that's going to be for. That's going to be for Estelle and Joshua. Give me a minute to write that down. He said, "My Estelle, you shine like the sun." I forget the exact quote, but he said to her that you shine like the sun. It was basically that quote. I'm guessing we're probably going to get Estelle in this one a little later. Okay. I'm still terrified of Pit Trap just completely fucking up. Oh, thank God Death Blow failed. No, I think I've got a piece of equipment on Joshua that prevents Death Blow. I hate Death Blow.
Savor the victory.
Much like, what's her name? That friggin' pink psychotic rabbit VTuber, Pippa. She hates the disabled. Swear to God, I don't watch her content, but I've seen clips of it. It's fucking hilarious. Okay, let's see what's in my treasure. Gatling gear. That's an orbital cannon. The first step toward being a kleptomaniac, toward beating kleptomania, is admitting there's a problem. EP cut level 4. The chest was made with a state-of-the-art air freshener technology. EP cut 4 will be useful on Chloe for my caster. Stay away. Please don't come any closer. Is that Gilbert again? This is just the game that likes to torture Gilbert. They fucking crucified him. I'll never do anything like that ever again. I'm so sorry. Please spare my pitiful life. These creatures are just tormenting him. Ah, for the goddesses just doesn't. The goddesses just loves bringing us together. I'm saved. My saviors, please help me. Do we even have a choice? I don't want his death on my conscience any more than you do, so no, not really. You could always just leave him there. I don't think anybody would lose any sleep over it if we just left him there. Just saying. Yeah, that was terrifying. Aren't you supposed to be part of Ouroboros? How do you keep getting yourself into these messes? You are so rude. I didn't end up in this situation because of my own error. It was the result of a tale so tragic anyone who heard it would be moved to tears. I think there's a more pressing issue here, to be honest. How did you even get ahead of us? That's a good question. Did you get through the second and third plane's warp circles before us somehow? After parting ways with you at the castle, I found myself surrounded by armored knights. Naturally, I fought back with all the skill and grace I'm known for, but during the fight, I was engulfed in some kind of strange vortex. Next thing I know, I was in a building in front of a building near a cliff. What a miracle! Clearly, I must have been chosen by Adios herself to be a hero of a new story. Kevin, you think? Yeah, it sounds like he just ended up getting drawn into one of those vortexes that pop up in every battle in battle every so often. Damn though. Ended up all the way up here on the 4th plane just because of that is some luck. Seriously. Lost for words, I see. Not that I can blame you for being in awe of my good fortune. Oh, we're in awe, alright. Anyway, you said you ended up in front of the lodge? So how'd you end up all the way out here? Did you just start looking around? Well... And this time, you're the one with the good question. You were saying things like, I didn't mean any harm, and I'll never do anything like that ever again. What was that about? Whatever do you mean? I have absolutely no idea. He's hungry. Well, one of you say something. That was merely the result of me being so relieved to finally be out of mortal danger. I know what happened now. You were so hungry that you went and tried to grab one of the beastmen's food. Well, that was pretty damn reckless of you. You want a cookie? I've got a few of them on me to snack on as it is. Limp Unicorn is playing Assassin's Creed 2. Gilbert? Do you want to come back to our base with us? That might be an idea. We've got plenty of food and water back there. Save your pity! I was able to steal at least a month's worth of food from them. I'm not going to need any more food for quite a while. And it's all mine, and mine only. I won't give any of you so much as a crumb. So long, losers. He's really he's incapable of listening, isn't he? Is he planning on staying here for over a month? Who knows? But all we can do is leave him to his own devices. I wouldn't be surprised if he changed his mind. Gilbert, you... Oh, treasure!
They messed with the wrong...
Septium. So where is this? I've lost count. It's 2024. Well, this is the end of everything. And a save point. Oh, amazing. I haven't checked her orbment. Let's give her an attack level 4. That'd be pretty good for her. That's pretty well good. That's a pretty well made setup, if I'd say so myself. Kidney daggers. I hope my contents were speedrun worthy. Wow.
That's that. Let's move out.
Zen got a level for that. It's not even worth cutting. Now down here is another encounter. Shara. It's another... Yeah, come line up for me.
Let's end this. Ta! Hot arrows!
Mind level 4. And now I can do that door with Shara, because I can take a wild guess who's in this one. And then we go to the fortress. That's not Shara. Yes, it is. Sherazard. Oh, what? Oh my. My goodness. She cut her hair. About a month or so ago. She got herself some new duds to match, too. This isn't like me at all. I haven't had anywhere near enough to drink to start feeling this out of whack. No, there's no stopping me now. Pour me another, Aina. Tonight we're gonna settle things once and for Nice to see you, Shara. Joshua? How long have you been back for? What happened to Estelle? And is it just me, or did you put on some muscle while you were away? You look stronger. Thanks, I'm happy to hear that. Be that as it may, I can't believe you still haven't commented on my presence. How could you be disgraced by your dear Olivier Lindheim, your loyal servant, and the man who forever holds the key to your heart? There's more to that than you realize. Olivier? Wait. You're not the only familiar faces here. This whole place is kind of bizarre, too. Can someone explain what's going on? We will, so calm down, okay? Okay, I think I get what's going on. Still, under ordinary circumstances, I'd have a pretty hard time believing all of that you said was even possible. It's easier to chalk this up to just some alcohol-induced dream or another one of Lucy's illusions. No doubt. Woe is me. How could you look upon my fair countenance and beautiful locks and not believe that I am the one and true Olivier? I said under ordinary circumstances, Olivier. There's no need for the dramatics. First, what would be the point of showing me an illusion this bizarre to begin with? As for the dream explanation, that's a bit too much internal consistency here to lean on that theory. True enough. Thank you for believing us. So I take it it'll be you helping us out then. I'd be happy to. Well, let's... Kurt, Grant, or Karna, too. It's not impossible. They've certainly been to Locke, but they went more as instructors. I don't think they've ever been purely as trainees the way you and Estelle and I have been. Alright. Shara? Do you know if Agate has ever been trained there before? Now that you mention it, he has. Cassius supposedly tricked him into going, and he was not a fan of the experience. That was about 4 years ago, I think. Oh. So that means both him and Estelle might be trapped there. It's possible. They're both fine. I'm certain of it. Zen's taking a back seat, and I'm taking...
This ought to perk you up.
And I'm taking Sherazard. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on Trails in the Sky 3 as I... go see Sherazard's door, but until then, I'm TheDarkSeraph signing off. Oh, we'll investigate the fortress too.